Namaste. Today we will look at a formation which is known as grill, jali, in Hindi, on Venus Mount. So this is a very commonly seen formation, line formation, and there are a lot of negative stuff that are being said about this. That it makes a person very sensual. He's a pervert. Blah blah blah. Honestly speaking, these are not correct completely. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've seen so many palms. This may not be the truth. Now let's see what it means actually. Well, there are a lot of connotations, lot of meanings that are linked with this particular grill. Now Venus Mount is something one has to see very deeply, because this is one of those mounts where you cannot get the ridge, or the place where the ridge lines go and kind of merge. You cannot find this on a Venus mount, therefore to locate it is very difficult. So you have to look at the Venus mount very carefully. Now the point here is, if you see a grill like this, or maybe too many lines on the Venus mount, it means that the person takes too much tensions, unnecessary tensions, unnecessary, kind of headache. What will happen to me? For little things, he keeps on asking questions. What will happen to me? He takes, tensions to the extreme level. Number one, this also means that the person's energies are disoriented. That means that he's not focusing his energies on a particular aspect properly. Energies diverted to many tasks at a time. एक जगह कॉन्सेंट्रेट ना करके 10 जगह कॉन्सेंट्रेट करना. ओके, सो इन केस ऑफ फीमेल्स ऑल्सो, this shukra, the jali on the shukra also can show some problems with the progeny. Okay, now one can say that if there is a grill which is very deep. Now I'm telling you, it should be deep grill is different from normal grill. So if the grill is deep, then affliction to Venus can be seen. Affliction means what? It could be debilitated, which we call as niche. It could have Rahu's connection. That means Rahu may be ahead of Venus. For example, suppose you have Venus and Rahu conjunction, suppose. Okay, then what happens is Venus is at 12 degrees, Rahu is at 13 degrees, because Rahu goes retro, so it may meet Venus, or Rahu is ahead of Venus in the next house, or Rahu is in trines with Venus, etc., etc., or Ketu also at times. So basically, Rahu Ketu, toggle. So one can say that in some hands we see, though Venus is with Ketu, we see more Rahu effect on the Venus. So something like that, or Rahu has occupied Venus's Rashi, or there is a malefic aspect from Rahu on Venus, etc., etc. Those also can indicate a deep grill on the palm. Okay, so the person unnecessarily takes tensions. Yes, person has passion. Now you can ascribe that passion to negative things or positive things, but he's very passionate. He will talk. He's very passionate about something. You can see that the person is having, in fact, he's putting too much focus on something, and as a result the energies which should have been given to other things are getting diverted. Okay, now many palms, I've seen that the person may not be very satisfied with the partner. Now what kind of satisfaction, it's up to you to analyze. Unsatisfied, maybe he might feel that the partner is not sensitive, might feel that the partner is not very attractive, might feel that the partner is not helpful, etc., etc. So this is another way of looking at this. So Venus basically, when there is a grill, you have to look at these things. Now these are the negative things. There are positive things also. If the Venus mount also, I mean, if the Venus line is good, properly shaped, then many of these defects are nullified. If the thumb is strong, and if there are no intervening, if there are lines here in between, then again, some kind of impact will be there on Venus. If the thumb has got either shankh, that is shankh, or kalash, or you can say wheel, then lot of negative impact can be nullified. Okay, so this is how we see Venus mount. Venus line has to be observed. Any line coming out of this grill and joining the lifeline, which is the Shukra Rekha, or crossing it, means that there could be some interference from opposite side, positive or negative. It could also mean expenses. It could also mean you're buying some property or you're selling some property. It could also mean transactions, fluid, liquid transactions. It could also mean that there are some diseases or some hormonal problems linked to Shukra, because Shukra also links to beauty, fluids, etc., etc. So these are some things which you have to see. Yeah, but if the Shukra is niche, the negative connotation also could be that in some palms, now see, I'm not going to say that this is across the board. In some palms, the sperm count also is affected, or maybe inability to produce children in males, or of course you have to see this area also. And this area, of course there are many other signs, but I'm just giving a general idea here. So sperm count could be low, or you know dissatisfaction, etc., etc. So this is in general what I explained about the grill. So don't take things as if when you see the grill, the person is a pervert. This is a very wrong way of looking at a particular sign. You have to look at the sign holistically. Now what actually gives you a feeling that a person has got more negative Venus energy in terms of being a pervert is to see the Jupiter mount. If the Jupiter mount is not well formed, then for sure that person is going to get into these kind of things. So the Jupiter mount balances the Venus mount in the palm. Remember this always. Thank you.